Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Kiki coming to you today to send nothing but love, peace, and light and positivity your way. I was just relaxing a little bit before it's time for me to get up and run more errands and pick up my son from work. So while I was laying here, I ran across this article. It's an older article, but it was about this woman that worked at the school, and I think it's located in Decatur, Georgia, and she was able to talk down this shooter that came into the school. This guy came into the school with a or AK-45. Am I saying it right? I want to make sure I get it right, but it was a powerful gun. And let's see, woman. I had to pull it back up because I had switched over to another page. Okay, yeah, her name is Antoinette Tuff, and the shooter is okay. That's what he had, an AK-47 with what they said 500 rounds. And why am I not finding the man's name? Lord. Oh, Michael Hill was carrying 500 rounds of ammunition. So that was going to be a low down, nasty, dirty. If she would never ran into him, it would have been an ugly outcome, very ugly outcome. But and I know that gun he have is very powerful because I even tried out shooting a AK 15 or something like that, and I had to really put some muscle in it to make sure that I don't fall back while I was shooting. So, but I made sure I didn't miss. I know that. I wanted you guys to think about that story because I'm going to combine three different situations together, and then and then we'll kind of get to the main point. Okay, so black woman ran into this active shooter at her job at the school, elementary school, and was able to talk him down and prevent him from shooting the school. The second story. Now, this is more biblical. Now, in the Bible, we're going to go with the Old Testament. It talks about Jesus running into a man that was possessed with demons. And he had many demons within him, to the point where he was, speaking using, I guess, different voice tones and doing really weird things, causing self-infliction and stuff like that. Now, back then, during the ADBC era, they didn't really have psychologists on site to really be able to diagnose anybody with mental illness. But I honestly feel like the man was experiencing some type of schizophrenic mental illness, and but the outcome went well because Jesus was able to command the demons to leave the man using his words. So the demons left the man's body and decided to go hang out in pigs. And I don't know if all the pigs died, but that's why I stay away from pig meat because I don't trust it. Anyway, so that's story number 2. Now, the last part I wanted to point out. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so the last part I wanted to mention is about neuroscience. And just to put it out there, I'm not a scientist nor a theologist. I'm just sharing my opinions and putting some things together. All right, so now that we know 2 stories are out there, both kind of have the same similar outcome, okay? So it tells me with those 2 stories that when it comes to our intellect and the spirit that lives within us, it's all tied to energy. I feel like when they were trying to figure out what causes people to do what they do or act the way they act, or move the way they move, that's when they studied neuroscience. That's what goes hand in hand with the spirit. And so I feel like if energy causes us to move, that means we carry energy within us. We carry negative and positive energy, much like a battery. So that tells me that the spirit that lives within you can make choices. They can make negative choices and positive choices. And one experiment that kind of made me think about this was an experiment I watched online, I think by a rapper named KRS. And he had everyone in the audience speak out and repeat a word that he said. And so they all did it. And so he told everybody to close their eyes and do not say anything and listen to a word that he said and think about it, I guess, and then say it without verbally speaking it out. And everybody was able to do that. And so he was like, well, what caused you guys to be able to still hear the word, say the word, just imagine what it sounds like without, you know, opening your mouth. And so it just shows that the brain is a very, very major organ that carries a lot of neurons and energy that is activated by your spirit. That's what came to me, because listen, when an infant or embryo is born, and of course the heart is beating first or developing first, that takes energy from something. So I feel like that's when the spirit, and that's what Kemetic people call Kai, enters in through the body, or the head, the crown chakra, into the body to cause the baby to continue to use energy to develop and grow over time. So with that being said, I kind of just answered my own question, because I think in my previous video, I was trying to figure out, okay, is it true that people or babies are born with negative behaviors? And that could be a possibility, because if genes have been passed down, let's use an example. Let's just say a slave owner from the 1600s passed away, and his spirit decides to come back to earth, or probably fail the test and doesn't have a choice but to come back to earth to relearn the lesson. His spirit will re-enter an infant, maybe somebody in his family or whatever, and that infant holds not only just the DNA, but that essence of that spirit that was here before time. Because now they're saying, or a lot of words in the spiritual community, they're saying that we can reincarnate, we can come back after we pass, our spirit, our vessel expires and our spirit pass on. That's why they say pass away, pass on to another dimension, whether it wants to stay in the 3D, which is where we are, or whether it want to go up to the ethers and stay with the Most High, God, Yahweh, whatever y'all whatever y'all believe in. So to sum it up, I think that some of us are walking around with negative and positive energy, but I think when we come in contact with other entities or other spiritual beings that we can't see, that may be low vibrational, that may come along and enhance the negativity within us. So that's probably why children are able to take another life without having any emotions or conscience behind it, because of whatever spirit that they are carrying within them. And then again, a lot of kids, they don't know how to self-regulate and cope with stressors of the environment. And if they're being abused or on a frequent basis, then then most likely that can cause them to numb their feelings and do things without having that love energy within them. I think when somebody is balanced, that's love energy. When you are balanced in your chakras, it helps you make better choices and know how to maneuver when you're dealing with stressors or you come across other demonic entities. So that's why I said you guys got to protect yourself. But to get to the main point of this whole message is that Jesus used his words, his spell, the energy, because like I said, our words can speak life or death into someone. He used that, and I feel like he was an alchemist anyway, because he studied the African ancient mystery. He knew how to work alchemy. He knew how to use the elements and keep himself balanced to make things work out in his favor and manifest different things. That's why he was able to raise Lazarus. That's why he was able to walk on water. So with that being said, he was well balanced enough to speak words to calm this man that possibly could have been schizophrenic, and get him to calm down and to come back to himself. Now, this black woman, she was able to calm this shooter down, active shooter down, and prevent him from killing all innocent children. And I don't understand why they always choose elementary schools. Because to me, it seemed like there's a lot of other places I could think of other than the shooting range, maybe possibly the KKK tribe, maybe possibly the White House, or maybe, something else other than going to the school. Why, when they get upset, they got to go target the school out of all places? So, I mean, I'm not for violence. I'm really not. But it just seems like, why choose the school? And I'm not saying that because I worked, but I'm just saying, like, damn, like, go after the bill collectors. Do something. Don't come after us. We just trying to learn how to read and write. That's all. But anyway, all I'm saying is just realize your spirit is considered the God power because it is connected to a source, an unknown source, maybe extraterrestrials, we don't know, but it's an unknown source that decided to choose one of us to work within. Now, from what I was told, everybody isn't made the same. There are some hybrids out here that's very low vibrational and they from something somewhere else. But I'm just saying, in general, the normal human or the normal black or white person, just realize that your spirit gives you the energy to create thought, to manifest certain things, to move your body, to give you the choice of good and evil. So when you notice that you are coming up with all these negative thoughts, you got to realize, what are you programming your spirit, your mind with? Because listen, if the spirit, this is the main spot that the spirit have to go through. This is like the entry. This is like almost like a portal. So if you sit up there taking in a whole lot of negative music, hanging around negative people, watching negative shows, just constantly letting things program you, that's opening up your portal to other demonic entities that can actually add on to the negative, low vibrational things that's already going on within you, to the point where you lose control. And I think that is the main reason why it's easy for people to kill each other, because people join the military to save America, which I feel like the war is already in America. It don't have nothing to do with the people over there in the Middle Eastern. It's the craziness that's going on already on our soil. But for some reason, they are being mentally programmed to be okay with going over to another country to take out another group, another family, and be okay with that. But a lot of them not, because a lot of them have to come back and be on medication. So just realize that your spirit can make positive and negative choices. If you decide to go with the positive, whatever energy you put out there, it comes back to you. If you gossip, that's still negative energy. You're cheating, that's still negative energy. That's lying, negative energy. Stealing, negative energy. Whatever, rage baiting, whatever it is that's causing infliction on yourself or onto someone else, that energy will come back to you in a very negative way. That's what we call karma. So just keep in mind that you really don't have to put your hands on anybody. Your words alone can make a difference in this world. And that is exactly why I run my mouth. And I know people get tired of hearing it, but I know that it is a reason why I have to do what I have to do. And trust me, I did not wake up one day and say, hey, I want to be able to, speak and motivate people. It was something spiritual that connected with minds. So you got good spirits that can connect with your good positive side and have you do certain things so things can work out in your favor. So I'm going to leave it here. I just wanted to come on and share that with you. And I hope that it benefits you, and you just protect your crown and don't allow anybody to instill or program your mind with negativity or brainwash you with gossip by smearing somebody's name. The crazy part about it is, centuries ago, when someone would walk around with any mental health condition, or they would consider it being demonic, because religious institutions started out in this world first, before anybody opened up a school or a doctor's office pretty much. But they used to drill holes in people's head to release the demons or to heal them from whatever mental health. And a lot of people was tortured and suffered because of that. So now that we know not to make those same mistakes, it's time for us to start growing and making better choices in this world. But all right, y'all, I'll be in touch. Bye.